The Taiwan Strait is back in the headlines, and once again, China is very angry. This time, the anger is directed at Canada and Australia. Two of their warships, the Canadian frigate Ville de Québec and Australian destroyer HMAS Brisbane, sailed through the Taiwan Strait, and Beijing did not like it even a bit. China's military, the PLA Eastern Theater Command, immediately shadowed the ships, tracking their movement and issuing warnings. Beijing accused both the countries of staging a provocative act. They said that it undermines peace and stability in that particular region. Basically, in other words, China sees this as an outsider meddling in what it calls its backyard. But here's where the story gets more interesting. Canada and Australia insist that they did nothing wrong. Both governments defended the passage, calling it routine, legal, and in line with international law. The Taiwan Strait, after all, is not just any stretch of water, right? It is one of the world's most famous trade routes. Billions of dollars worth of goods, from semiconductors to oil, pass through that particular strait every single year. Now, for Canada and Australia, sailing through it isn't just symbolic, it is about keeping global sea lanes wide open. You know why China is so sensitive about it? Because the strait sits at the center of its Taiwan dispute. Beijing claims that Taiwan is part of its territory and sees any foreign military presence near the island as a direct challenge. In recent years, the US Navy has frequently sent ships through that particular strait as part of its so-called freedom of navigation operation. Now, the US allies like Canada and Australia, they are joining in, and that raises the stakes higher. But let me tell you, this isn't happening in isolation. Australia has already drawn China's anger by signing the AUKUS Defence Pact with the US and the UK, which, by the way, will eventually give Canberra nuclear-powered submarines. In the meantime, Canada. Now, this particular country has also been boosting its Indo-Pacific presence in recent years, aligning more closely with Washington's strategy of countering China's rise. In the meantime, for China, it feels like encirclement. For the West, it's about showing unity and resisting Beijing's attempt to dominate regional waters. And for the rest of the world, well, it means more uncertainty in a region that powers the global economy. The Taiwan Strait has become more than just a waterway. It is a symbol of the contest between China and the West. So basically, every single Navy patrol, every shadowing maneuver, every warning over radio frequencies adds to the tensions. So here's the bottom line. What looks like a simple passage for two ships is actually a glimpse into a much bigger struggle. One that involves Taiwan's future, China's ambitions, and the West's resolve. And with each passing month, the strait is becoming less a trade route and more of a potential flashpoint for the next global crisis.